Welcome, one and all, to the next part of this series, the Blight Staff. And this one's not as OP as you might think it is. Like, you'd think that being able to, move while healing is pretty strong, but at the same time, you're not able to attack. So while you're healing yourself, you're busy getting slapped around, and all that healing that you're doing is basically just being nullified by the damage you're taking. So unless you're running away and healing, then it's fine, but then you can't catch them, and that's one of the big issues with the staff. And there you have it. As you can see, it still struggles against a lot of the top meta builds, but I guess that's normal because they actually have a cape that does something, and they're using like offhand weapons that are like more than my entire set. But but that's the whole point about budget builds, is to see what works and what's strong, even though it doesn't have all the extra stuff that is really expensive. Yeah, and not to mention that I said this at the beginning of the series. I knew they would do updates that would completely make my like one of my series completely invalid, which is what they did with the sword tree. Because now the Q on the sword actually dashes every time you use it, so now it's like people can't kite you as hard as they used to be able to. And I said this was something I was complaining about with melee weapons, was that it was too easy for range people to just like snare you, kite away, and there was nothing you could do. That's why longsword was still kind of great because it closed that gap. But now it's like their Q also has a dash to it, so now it's like it might be kind of like too OP maybe. But I haven't played around with it enough to see it, and it's already passed, so I'm not going to be using swords anytime soon, so there goes a rip on that. But I have seen it definitely working out against me in these dungeons, these corrupted dungeons. Alright, I don't want the ending to be too long. I know you guys like the shorter stuff, just straight to the action. That's how I like to show off my content, ×2 speed. That way, it becomes a more, because normal fights are pretty slow. So I wanted to like speed it up a bit, make it more like more action packed. Though it might be a little bit harder to follow what's happening with some of the spells going too fast, but I hopefully you guys still get what's going on. You could also just slow the video by half speed and get like the normal speed. But that's gonna be it from you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.